'Tis the season to be thankful. So what better way to show your thankfulness than to review the Air Jordan 11 Gratitude. Jordan Brand has been releasing Jordan 11s now for over a decade during the holiday season, and this year we have the Gratitudes. That's a special edition of the Jordan 11 Concords that MJ debuted back in the 94-95 NBA playoffs against the Orlando Magic, and has since become an iconic sneaker for Jordan fans around the world. The sneaker wasn't released again until the year 2000 as part of MJ's second retirement, and then again 6 years later as part of the Defining Moments or DMP pack. Now the DMP series commemorates sneakers that MJ wore at the beginning of the season during his three-peats. Now the DMP pack that contains this Jordan 11 also contained the Jordan 6, reimagined with gold metallic finish in honor of the Larry O'Brien Trophy. The Jordan 6 DMP returned true to form back in 2020, and now we have the Jordan 11 DMP with a few twists. Most notably, the leather upper that we have now. We have a milky outsole, we have a shinier Jumpman on the heel, and then we have an upgrade to the 23 on the spine. And everyone will be able to get their hands on these bad boys very soon, because the Air Jordan 11 Gratitudes will be releasing on December the 9th for a retail price of $230, released via sneakers and other select retailers. And this will be coming in full family sizing. Now, before we get into the review of what I like to call the Concords done right, I want to show my gratitude and say thank you for watching this content. And please, y'all, hit that like button, hit that subscribe button, hit that notification bell so you don't miss none of this dope content. Share with your family and friends, because they dope, you dope, I'm dope. We should be here together. My name is Norman Nation, and what you have landed in is what we like to call the house of the hitters, where we help people cop sneakers for retail. We do dope exclusive reviews like you see right here, right now. But more importantly, we have a dope sneaker community of nothing but sneaker enthusiasts that come together and fellowship over this thing that we love called sneakers. So hit that subscribe button and join. So starting off with the box, we have quality that's actually quite impressive and an upgrade from what you typically get from Jordan Brand and Nike. So on the outside, we have a black and gold metallic finish. When you look at the tag, we have Air Jordan 11 Retro, white metallic gold and black. This is my size 11. When you lift the top, you'll see that obviously we made a departure from the slide out boxes that we typically get with Concords. We have a hidden message of thank you with shoe paper that has thank you in different languages. So dope box. And like I said, it's a dope departure from those slide out, I call them fart boxes that we got in the past. Now let's look at the design of the Air Jordan 11 Gratitude. And while I'm doing it, I will be comparing it to the Air Jordan 11 Concord from 2011. Now starting with the outsole, as mentioned earlier, it now comes in this milky sail aged translucent color that is a welcoming change to the Concords. In past, like one of the main complaints is that translucent outsole with age and you can't really get the same look and feel of a brand new shoe. This color actually prevents that from happening without deviating too far from the original color. And I like the way it blends in with the metallic gold. When you move to that midsole, we have a white midsole that's consistent with the OG, so no changes there. Now, as you move to the uppers, we still have that iconic black patent leather around the mud guards, but the cut is different in places and highly noticeable. So I'm gonna compare it to the Concords right here. You can see the cut that's different on the toe, and then you can see that the cut of the patent leather is definitely higher on the heel. And as you move higher, oh my God, they have replaced the mesh with this tumbled white leather. Now, if you have a pair of Concords, you even heard about Concords, you know that this is probably the most problematic area on the sneaker. That mesh, once it gets dirty, it's just hard to clean. And then the fact that you do have a different texture mesh on the eye stays versus the majority of the upper. Once this coloration starts to kick in, it's just hard to get this shoe back to that original form. So, oh my God, this is a welcoming change to this sneaker. You also will see that leather on the tongue. So same thing there with the change from the Concords. The laces is pretty much identical to the OG, so no changes there. Now, as you move to the heel, we have that same leather of the past. And as mentioned earlier, the Jumpman is shinier than that what you will see on the DMPs. And then in comparison to the Concord that's black, we have a metallic gold Jumpman. Now, when you move to the spine, we still have 23 on the heel, but now it's a separate piece instead of being printed on like it was from the past. So you see that you have that cracking that happens over time. You shouldn't have that same cracking on this heel unless you actually break the piece. Now, as we get to the inside of the sneaker, we still have black sock liner. Under the tongue, there is a slight change to the message where it reads quality basketball product created in gratitude by the greatest player ever, instead of saying inspired by. And lastly, on the inside of the sneaker, we have a black insole with a gold 23 printed, just like you see on the spine. Now, overall, I like the changes they made with the gratitudes. You know, things like that milky outsole will allow this outsole to age gracefully in comparison to that translucent one on the past. This the leather uppers in comparison to that mesh that once it gets dirty, is dirty. You know what I mean? You can actually have opportunity to clean these sneakers. And I always say, when you have white on white on white and it's different textures and different materials, that's a cause for disaster. So at this point, you really just have leather and the laces, right? So if you keep them two clean, you're pretty much good, and you can replace laces. So this is beautiful. I know that some of the history nuts wanted this shoe to be 1-for-1 with the OG, but I like the fact that that OG gets to continue to be its own sneaker. And for folks that have that one that's been keeping it up, it has its moment in time, but you now get to enjoy the sneaker again in something that's been upgraded and something that we can enjoy for the future. Now, on the comfort and fit of the Gratitudes is very similar to what you come to expect with 11s. I will say the higher cut on the sneaker, I kind of prefer it to be more of this mid cut. It just feels like, you know, it's a little bit more mobility, but I feel like the higher cut is more made for, you know, if you're really playing basketball, you know, prevent injury and things of that sort. But the full length air sole is still there, so you still have all that cushioning that you got from the past. Great traction from the sneaker. When it comes to sizing, it's true to size. This toe box has a lot of space in it. And again, if you have other Jordan 11s, this fits pretty much the same. But for folks that's new to the Jordan 11 and getting into it with the gratitudes, stay true to size. It's tons of space up front in the sneaker. If you somebody maybe with a lower arch, you may have some extra space up here, but still stay true to size. I would say for most folks, I mean, it's going to be pretty rare if you need to go up half a size or down half a size. This room has plenty of space in it, and you don't want to go too high because it will start to crease. So in conclusion, the Air Jordan 11 Gratitudes. It's a dope cop. It's a dope sneaker. It was a must-have for me, and now that I have it in hand, it's still a must-have. I'm somebody that the Concords are one of my favorite shoes of all time. And it kind of hurt my spirit when I started to become embarrassed to actually wear this sneaker. And like I said before, when you have that white on white on white in different materials and different textures all next to each other, and they age at different rates, it's hard to keep up with. And it's something that, you know, low-key becomes embarrassing to wear over time. I know, yeah, it's got that OG, you know, vintage look to it, but I still want my joints to be clean, you know what I mean? Especially with this patent leather, you want to get yourself suited and booted and things of that sort. When you put these on, the shoe should be clean as well. So when you get to these gratitudes, man, I love the fact that Jordan brand put age, versatility in mind in everything they did. I could tell that this was done on purpose. I wasn't in the design room, but I could tell this was done on purpose. Everything from that outsole, the leather on the uppers, you know, even the heel, instead of that 23 being printed on, now it's a separate piece, so you don't have to worry about that cracking on you. That's super dope. But let me know what you think in the comments. Are you somebody that, yo, listen, bro, we just wanted the OG? Or are you somebody that's like, yo, these are welcome upgrades to the sneaker? And maybe you're somebody that's just new to Jordan 11s in general. Let me know in the comments what you think about this. Like I said, it's a must cop. This is a fire shoe. It's probably one of my favorite shoes of 2023. And once again, I want to show you my gratitude by saying thank you for watching this content. My name is Norman Nation, and what you have landed in is what we like to call the house of the hitters, where we help people cop sneakers for retail. We do dope exclusive reviews like you're seeing right here, right now, but more importantly, we have a dope sneaker community of nothing but sneaker enthusiasts that fellowship over this thing and this culture that we call sneakers. And listen, hit the fire.
Hit the fire. You gotta hit the fire every time. We'll be back on your head tops. You better subscribe to the channel. We're gonna keep on lighting y'all up with the exclusive reviews, man.
We're gonna keep on bringing you fire, fire, and more fire. But thank you again, and I see you on the next one.